Hey guys, Paul from Ashen. It's a new comic book day for the week of June 7th. We're going to get started right now. This episode brought to you by Campfire Ashes. New Campfire Ashes episode coming out on Spotify, Amazon, Apple Music, wherever you find your podcasts. And then you can catch old episodes on this channel right here the following Fridays.
Hey guys, it's Tim from Team Ashen, the comic book store, Capes and Scowls, and Paul and Tim do a thing. I've got a mountain of trades, so let's get right into it. I got Spider-Man, End of the Spider-Verse. This is issues 1 through 7 of the 2022 Spider-Man series. We got Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos Epic Collection, Volume 2, which is issues 20 through 36 and a couple annuals. For the Massive Verse people, we got Inferno Girl Red, continuing. I like that they built this whole thing. It's very nice. Spider-Woman by Dennis Hopeless. I read some of this, but this covers a lot of ground, so probably still good, though. The stuff I read was fine. Batman Fortress. I thought this already came out. I don't know. We got X-Men 92. The saga continues. This is one big, massive volume of that series. We got Carnage in Hell. Look at this metal art. It's crazy. It's like a Dio album. This is Volume 2. Yes, Volume 2. We have a re-release of the Dark Phoenix saga. This has been out of print for a little bit, so it's nice that it's back. We got Chroma, which I reviewed on here, and I really enjoyed, and I'm buying this, so I do want to see how that goes. We got Spawn Origins Collection, Volume 25. This thing still keeps going. This gets you to issue 153. That's pretty awesome. We got these two little trainers mini exploration guides for Pokemans. We got Howen, and we got Sinnoh. We got that. We've got Fan Club Batman Squad. I don't know. I don't know. It's probably great. Comic Shop, the retail mavericks who gave us a new geek culture. Matt was thumbing through this and said it's great. I believe Matt. For some reason. She-Hulk Epic Collection Volume 4. Now we're in Sensational She-Hulk at this point, which is a gem if you ask me. X-Force Volume 6. It's a thing that happened. Star Wars Han Solo and Chewbacca. That mini-series. This is not the first one, but the second one. She-Hulk Gen of Hearts. This is Volume 2? Yes, Volume 2 of the most recent run. I love the covers. We got Once Upon a Time at the End of the World. I enjoyed this. This was Jason Aaron. We reviewed the first issue of that. Pretty cool concept. I got so many, right? I got Wonder Woman, Historia, the Amazons. These were big magazine-sized things. You can't kill a man with them, but it's got pretty art. I guess you could entertain a man with it. I don't know. Strangers in Paradise, Volume 1. This is a big omnibus version of this. It's only $27. Pretty good deal for this. This is a good book. And finally, tired, man. We got The Hood, the saga of Parker Robbins. I love The Hood. What a great character. I'm buying this too.
First up, we have Noctera, issue number 15. This one is just keep going crazy. They're really, really gearing up to a very cataclysmic battle between the Nox and the Lux. And things go... Like, I keep every episode or every issue, I'm like, things go from bad to worse. But they really, really get bad in this issue. So, I can't see a lot of good coming out of this, but it's a really great read. The art is fantastic as usual. So, if you're not caught up, a lot of this is going to be weird on you. But there's enough here for an issue to see if you want to try Noctera. So, check it out.
All right, first up for me, we got Steelworks, number 1. Here's the thing you might not know. I love Steel. Steel's a great character. It's not because of Shaquille O'Neal. It's because I enjoyed those early books when they introduced him as a character back in the 90s. I think Steel's a great character. This is basically John Henry Irons setting up basically a thing for the humans to kind of work with the superheroes. He feels like we're relying on them too much. He goes, we're smarter than this. When we had a problem before them, we would try to solve it and we put some critical thinking towards it. He goes, it's like math. The superheroes are like the calculator. We know how to do these problems. We could probably make ourselves a little better to make everything in general a little easier. Big concept, executed pretty well. And there's a lot of background stuff happening to where people are like, I don't want this to stand. So we're probably issue 2, we're going to hit some major conflicts. So I think it's a pretty good setup issue. If you love Steel, you should like this.
What's going on, guys? My name is Matt of the Comic Book Store and Tapes and Scowls fame, and I am back yet again with a couple more books that I read to tell you guys what I thought about them. First up this week, I kept with Junkrabbit. This is issue number 3 from Image Comics. The story is coming together very, very well. I never read anything by Jimmy Robinson before. He's doing the writing and the artwork in this book. I think he really knocks both out of the park. Now that we're 3 issues in, we've gotten a lot of substance as far as the divide between the dome and the sink, the two civilizations, for a lack of better terms, that humanity's divided into. And we also get to see how we got to that point. The story takes place in the year 2200, so it's kind of cool to see the writer's take on what happened up to that point and what got us to a world with Junkrabbit. Junkrabbit, issue 3, Image Comics. Check it out.
And my pick of the week, it is In Hell We Fight, issue number 1. This is a very weird book. So basically you have a group of people that are stuck in hell, and at least in this issue, they really want ice cream. Because apparently in hell, ice cream is not a great thing to come by. And if it is, apparently it's really terrible flavors like wet shoelace or rotting sea lion. But you have these characters pulled from different parts of time when they died, of course, and they are friends in hell trying to find ice cream, and they stumble onto a much larger plot, and that's going to be what drives the book going forward. The art is interesting. The writing is very weird but good, and the characters become pretty likable pretty quick. So without a ton of idea on what's going on, you can get more than enough here to be able to tell if you like the book or not. And yeah, it's an interesting one. The art style is very weird from other John Layman books, but still pretty cool. So I say check it out.
All right, it's time for my pick of the week. Paul, do you know what my pick of the week is?
Not a clue.
Cool. It's Loki, issue 1. Loki. I enjoy a lot of the Thor universe stuff for a while now. It's been very good. So Loki is the king of the frost giants, but he's hanging out in Florida, just doing some mischief because who cares? And there's basically on the brink of a civil war where half the frost giants are like, we're with you, and the other half are like, you're done. So the beginning of this is the explanation of a boat that he has made out of fingernails. And it is awesome, actually. It's pretty gross. They talk about how they file the dead's fingernails down so Loki can't steal them to make his boat big enough to actually work. But his boat worked. And as a means to keep his frost giants busy, he told them they have to learn to read. One of them read Norse mythology and learned about the boat and went and stole the boat. Then they crashed the boat into the World Tree and everything goes bad from there. So Thor and Loki are on a adventure to kind of just make peace with everything that happened, make sure people know this isn't like a declaration of war on Loki's part, and just try to get it back together. This was a really smart story, really fun. I had a good time reading it. I'm very curious where it goes.
And my pick of the week for this week is a new number 1 from Mad Cave Studios. It's called You've Been Cancelled. It's an interesting concept. It yet again takes place in the future because I can't seem to pick a number 1 that doesn't take place in today's time. It takes place in 2050. It starts to cross cancel culture with viral culture, with the reality TV culture that we've kind of gravitated towards in the last 10 years. And it pretty much shows a literal canceling of people that break the law, do some socially questionable things, and pretty much broadcast them to the world. So if you commit a crime, this guy shows up at your door to cancel you. How he does it, you'll have to read for yourself. You've Been Cancelled, issue 1, Mad Cave. Check it out.
All right, guys, that is it. Thank you for making it to the end of this video, as always. There's a new Campfire Ashes this week. Paul, what are you talking about? Something fun?
Yes.
Is it you or is it Jess?
It's me.
It's you?
Yes.
All right.
Japanese urban legend.
Ooh, Japanese urban legend. Okay, that's fun. Well, you can get more Campfire Ashes wherever you get your podcast. Get some creepy, crazy nonsense out of Paul's head. It's dark and a weird place in there, and I think you would enjoy it. I wouldn't say stay there long, but, you know, one or two at a time.
It's the counterbalance to all the shiny, happy stuff.
You're not as shiny as you think you are, bud.
I am very shiny.
He's not as shiny as you think he is. Anyways, that's it. We'll see you all next week. Bye!